Hey y'all, today is a very special day. It's my birthday. Yes, I turned 60. I know, it's kind of unbelievable. And I'm excited about that, but I'm even more excited because I'm getting ready to be interviewed by someone who is very special to me. And she's going to ask some questions about my life's journey and how I came to be more aware of health and wellness and how to be able to pass that along and help others just like you. So come along with us and check it out. Wow, Dana, today is your birthday. You've hit a major milestone, 60 years. Can you even believe it? Share with us a little bit about how you feel about that and how you stay looking so great. Wait a minute. Isn't that me? Isn't this weird? Like, this is me too? Okay, we're gonna play along, okay? Well, I believe age is just a number. You know, I appreciate reaching every single milestone, especially birthdays. And I intend to embrace 60 with grace and wisdom. Each year I learn how to live out a more healthy, more vibrant life. And, you know, I need to do that. I have 4 grandsons. I still have, you know, my children that I want to see reach their milestones, not to mention my grandsons. So, yes, and listen, you're very sweet. Thank you so much. Really, Dana? I mean, I know it's your birthday, but compliment yourself? Okay. I know this is serious, so I'm going to leave y'all alone. I know you've had quite a life's journey. Do you mind sharing a little bit about some of your maybe obstacles along the way? Oh my goodness, you know, it feels like I have had so many. But the great part about that is that I have been able to grow through every single one of them, you know, sort of be able to overcome each one. I am a firm believer that I can do all things through Christ who gives me strength. Wow, that's great. So do you mind sharing just a few examples of that? Well, I grew up, you know, in a very strict but loving Christian home. I am the middle daughter, and we have a brother who is the oldest. He's 10 years older than me. And, you know, my dad was a pastor, and we relocated a lot. So he was assigned to different churches, and we had to move to different cities and adapt and change schools and get to know new friends. And that was really hard for me. And I didn't always fit into the mold that everybody expected me to. I was very independent. I'm still very independent and very much an independent thinker and an independent learner. And hey, let's be real, because you know, I like to be real. You still don't fit in the mold. I got into some mischief along the way as well, and I have certainly had to pay for my mistakes. But thank God at age 22, I came to the realization that I did not want to run anymore. I did not want to rebel anymore, but I wanted to fully surrender my heart and my life to Jesus Christ. And I did, and it made all the difference in the world. It changed me. It changed who I am. It changed what I wanted to do, who I wanted to be around, how I thought about things. It just enabled me to really use the gifts and talents that God had given me in a way to help people and not waste them. That is so inspiring, Dana. Tell us more. Well, let's see. At age 19, I became pregnant, married, and a mom, all in that order. And it was a bad marriage from the very beginning because only one of us was committed. So there was substance abuse, there were other women, and there was even physical abuse. It was the most horrific 5 years of my life. But out of that, I have 2 beautiful daughters that I wouldn't take anything for. You do have beautiful daughters. So besides your daughters, though, tell us what you feel like you really have gained from that. Oh my word, I learned so much. So out of that experience, I went through some counseling and even a little bit of therapy, and really understood and took on mentors who I could learn from and I could be guided by. And through that entire experience, I really, really did gain so much. And that just kind of set the pace for the rest of my life, to just want to be better and want to be an overcomer. I remarried several years later, and after being a single mom for 7 years. But I learned how to pass all of that on. I learned how to take my experience and what I had learned and gained and pass that on to someone else to make a difference in their life. That is wonderful. So it seems like, you just had a new start, right? Well, I think that I am very energized by new beginnings. I've never minded making a change. In fact, I believe that change is necessary for us to grow. And so, my husband and I both we both had successful careers at a major corporation, IBM. We met there, and then very soon after we married, we both decided to take early retirement. I pursued starting my own business. Mainly I did that so that I could homeschool, so I could work from home, and then that enabled me to be able to homeschool my youngest daughter. So both of our daughters, Angel and Amber, have classic dyslexia, and Amber just was not getting what she needed in the school system where she was. And I just made the decision on the spot one day, sitting down with her team of teachers, she won't be back. And I did that fearlessly, but really with all the confidence in the world that the Lord would just help see me through every piece of it, and He did. So we just dug in our heels. It was difficult, but we dug in our heels and we did it. We got her through 12 years, her 12th year, and graduated, and I am just so thankful I had the opportunity to do that. And today, both of my girls are extremely successful entrepreneurs, and they're very well grounded, and they are beautiful inside and out. I couldn't be prouder of them. So being a single mom, I suppose that in a lot of ways you really inspired them, in them seeing your determination and your tenacity and your strong will, so to speak, that they just wanted to follow along in your footsteps. Well, absolutely, I would love to think so. And they are both very independent, and they have certainly both blazed their own trails. And my husband John certainly added stability there, because their biological father was never really a father to them. And in fact, he passed away, lost his life right after John and I married. So John has certainly been there for the girls and has been very instrumental. Our blended family was a success. That wasn't easy either, and we went through our challenges. But I'm so thankful, and I would like to think that I had a lot to do with who they are today. That brings me a sense of pride and confidence and joy. So did you and John have any children together? Yes, we did. We eventually, after many years of being married, we had our son, Duncan. And that right there was life-changing in and of itself, because, I had a very stable career going on. I had established a new business that I was very enthralled in, but that also enabled me to just really be able to relax and stay home, be mom, all of those things with him while he was little. So that was wonderful. Angel and Amber were 19 and 16 when Duncan was born, and John and I were in our 40s. So yeah, it pretty much turned our world upside down, even though we were overjoyed and just are so grateful for God blessing us with our amazing son, Duncan. So tell us how you managed that all, having a business that you were building and homeschooling a daughter that had a few obstacles of her own, and then having a new baby, and in your 40s. Tell us a little bit more about that. Well, women do that all the time. women are very versatile creatures, and God made us out of something very, very special. But that was also the time that I was diagnosed with autoimmune disease, autoimmune disorders. First fibromyalgia, then Hashimoto's, and anytime we have an autoimmune condition, there is another one close by, lurking right around the corner, because they all kind of stem from the same place. So I didn't know anything about that. So that really did start my journey upward on a path to more awareness of health and what it really took to be our healthiest best. I learned how, really not learned, but just realized how our body is so already designed to heal itself. God made us that way. It's amazing. It's miraculous. And we just need to be able to remove the obstacles, because we place the obstacles there. That's how it is with everything God wants to bless us with and do for us, is He has given it, and we just continue to put obstacles there. So really this awareness of more better health and more vitality is just learning what to remove. Okay, obstacles. Tell us what those obstacles look like. Tell us more. Well, for the last several years, or really from the beginning of that diagnosis, I started learning how to remove toxins, and what toxins even are. I wasn't even fully aware of what that term meant. I think so many people today still have no clue about that. So that really is something that, that's my bandwagon, I guess, that I get on, is first of all, remove the toxins, and it just comes in stages. So first of all, it's just the givens, get the refined sugar, flour, gluten, the inflammatories, the artificial ingredients, all of those things from your diet. But then also toxicity comes with relationships, toxicity comes with bad habits, toxicity comes from our environment, what we breathe in and take into our body that way, what we put onto our skin, what we wear, all those things matter, and all of those things can bring toxicity in to our body, our temple. We just really have to kind of do that in stages too, I think, sometimes. Some people can just jump right in and just go all out, but it really is one of those things where you have to learn and grow and adapt and change and just lean into it. And, so it comes in stages. And that's really how I like to teach it and guide people through in stages. So what are these stages? All right, first of all, we've got to get a microphone. So in your notes, prompt microphone. The sound is a little jacked up, but we do want to hear about your stages, so go ahead. Well, just like I said, first of all, removing the toxins, and usually that starts with food, but then we can get into relationships, finances, habits, all of those things, and just like I said, environment, all of those things. So that's one thing, just removing, but then taking in all the micronutrients, just realizing what your body does need to be fed. So it's not just about getting the things out, it's about also putting good things in. With that comes learning about essential oils, developing a deeper spiritual growth with the Lord, making sure you have good nurturing relationships in your life. You're able to experience forgiveness and healing. So hey, it's not just about putting good food in and good nutrition. That's key, very key. There's so much more to this. We're always evolving, in our knowledge and in our growth, if we're just open. So how do you stay open? And exactly what do you mean by that? Well, You know, that's not something I've always been as open with. I've had to learn how to be more open in my life. So I'm constantly listening, learning, watching, reading, asking, inquiring. I want to learn, I want to know, I want to grow. You know, some people feel like they have to travel the world to learn and grow and have all of these life-changing experiences. But I look around me, you know, I'm just a homegirl. I look around me and I see opportunities everywhere for life change. God has shown me with every obstacle, whether it's a mountaintop or a valley, that He has been preparing me all along the way for such a time as this. And I just love that. I love that God has been watching, seeing me through, and preparing me all along the way. That is so wonderful. It sounds like you're very happy. I am very happy. And, you know, more than that, I'm living out my purpose. And that doesn't mean sunshine and rainbows every day. In fact, walking with people through life change, it's messy. But I thank God every day for showing me how to make a difference. Well, Dana, I feel like you have so much of your life's journey to share, and that we just really just barely scratched the surface. You know, I personally look forward to getting to know you, and as I pursue my life's journey, you know, and as I really do seek out better ways to build more health and vitality and energy into my own life. And, you know, I want to have a fulfilled life too, and I want to be able to share all the stories and all the things, and I want to be around, and I want to be healthy and happy. So I'm really looking forward to you helping me be able to do that. Don't we all know one another? Like the three of us at least? Well, I guess we can always get to know ourselves a little bit better. And sometimes we need a coach to help us. Well, it has been my pleasure as well, and I look very, very forward to getting to know you at a deeper level and having that one-on-one connection to be able to build and grow a relationship. So thank you so much for taking this time with me. Thank you so much for sharing with us, and I will certainly be following you on your YouTube channel and checking out your blogs and all the resources that you have on your website. I think you're great, and happy birthday. And hey, you like, subscribe, follow, turn on notifications right now. Hit that little subscribe button, hit that little like button, hit that little bell, hit all the stuff. Hey, it's my birthday. So come on, come follow me, and let's hang out a little bit, and let's learn from one another.